My name's Tyler Lindeman, and this is my 1995 Z28 Camaro. So this is my 1995 Z28 Camaro. I share it with my younger brother Walker, and we just picked it up last month. So in 1995, they had three engine options: the 3.4, the 3.8 liter, and the 5.7. And that's what we got here, the 5.7 liter LT1 V8, and it puts out about 275 horsepower. And the transmission that we got in this is a 4L60E 4-speed automatic. So the Z28 package, overall it's just a better car, better suspension, and it has the wider tires so it gets better traction, and it has those 245s so it hooks up good and also can leave a nice thick line on the ground. It's got the stiffer suspension ride and better exhaust as well. So when I first came across this on Facebook Marketplace, I just looked at it as an idea. I was just kind of messing around one day. I was like, hey Walker, you want to go in halves on this thing? And then he was like, yeah, let's do it. So that's how we ended up with it. And I actually called the lady that was selling it. In the first 10 minutes it was posted and got right a hold of it. And she was actually selling it for her son, who just became a paramedic. And we found a bunch of needles and stuff in there and doctor equipment. So let me know if you want to buy that. No, just kidding. So when we went to go look at the car, it hadn't been ran in at least a year, maybe 2 years. The gas was just horrible in there. The car was like horrible. The interior was nasty. But the one deal with the car was I'm looking at it for a daily driver. So if I couldn't drive it home from that house that day, then it wasn't the car for me. So we did not bring a trailer, and we tried to fix that car that hadn't been driven in a year. So we got there, and of course the battery was dead. So we made a 5-minute trip up the road to Walmart, and sure enough, cheapest battery there, and it fired right up. Luckily it only had half a gallon of nasty fuel in there. So we just limped it up the road to the nearest Shell station and completely filled it up, and that diluted it enough. So that's the story about how I got it. So now to the pros and cons about these cars. So con number one, I think like 90% of these have cracked dashes, and that's part of the cheap Chevy interior, the classic. That's what they're known for in the interior, which that's exactly what it is. It's cheap and plastic. And as you're driving down the road, it's just rattling like crazy. But I don't know if it's gotten better since I've started driving it or if I'm just used to it, but I don't notice it anymore. But yeah, just the center console is all jank, and dashboard makes some noise. But I guess another con is the 4L60E transmission's pretty weak, and but those are pretty cheap. You can buy them used at pick and pulls and all that. But yeah, that's the only cons I got. So on to the pros. There's a lot of those. It makes a lot of power for how cheap they are. Again, I bought this for $2,200, and you can pretty regularly find them for $4,000 to $5,000 pretty easy. And they put out a lot of power for that kind of money. So anyway, for this kind of money, you're getting a lot of car. I guess one more con with it, it's not very good to drive in the rain. It loses traction pretty easy. And also one problem I've had with it is these frameless windows. They just don't line up very well, and the window motors go out pretty easily. But I haven't quite gotten there yet, so it'll be here in the near future. One thing I like about it is the Z28 package. It feels really nice. It's only 4th gen Camaro I've driven, but overall the car handles really well. and I'm loving it so far. So anyway, back on the interior of this car, it has the last owner put in an upgraded head unit. It's a Bluetooth head unit, and it's really nice. I wasn't expecting that. I just found out about it on the drive home, which that was a pretty sick idea. So this car is 4 seats, and that's pretty cool. It has the same style of seats in the back, even as the like maybe first gen, second gen for sure. Which I think that's pretty cool that they kept it the same styling as they had in the old years. Everything on this car has been pretty reliable. The only problem I've had is the alternator went out, but I bought a new one from Advanced Auto Parts and got a warranty for it. That's another thing with these cars, the alternators, they'll go through them pretty quick. But if you ever have a problem with it, just get the lifetime warranty, and then it's on Advanced Auto Parts dime. So for the money, I definitely recommend these. They handle really well. They also got pretty good storage capacity. They're not good on gas, but if you're getting one of these, you're not going for gas mileage. You're just going for style and speed. So if you're looking for something cool you can drive on the weekends and also take to a track and handle well, I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun.